All right, everybody, welcome back to my roof. This is Move Your Asana. Move Your Asana is a non-impact class, total body, and it intertwines elements of mat Pilates, of barre classes, strength moves, of course all non-impact, and then sometimes it flows like a yoga class, and I'll throw in a few yoga moves here and there just to open things up a bit. So if you have little weights or some substitute for little weights, place them at the top of your mat. Today I'm working with just 3-pounders, so something that you can keep your arms long for movements, that you're not going to be using accessory muscles in your neck. You want to be really mindful of your movements throughout the class. As always, listen to your body. Hopefully you're playing your own music. So come to the front end of your mat, but not way up at the tippy edge. So give yourself a little bit of space. Hip width apart, that means your second toe is aligned directly underneath your hip points. Let's just put both hands on our heart today. Just a couple breaths into your heart space. Seal your lips if you can. Inhale, feel your belly expand, your ribs moving out into your clothing, and then your heart lifts into your hands at the end of that inhalation. Continue for 3 or more breaths on your own. And with every inhale, just imagine love and kindness and compassion coming into your body, into your being. And with every exhalation, release or send out peace and loving kindness out. So bringing in love, compassion, breathing out peace and loving kindness. 2 more on your own. And then gently let your hands float by your sides when you're ready. You can keep your eyes closed if you want, and just feel the ground beneath your feet. You can wiggle your feet in and out, front to back, and try to anchor those 3 corners of your foot, the big toe mound, the pinky toe, and the heel on each foot. Try to make them even, see what happens. Take a breath, and as you inhale, contract your quadriceps gently and your hamstrings and glutes. And as you exhale, contract your abdominal wall. And feel for 2 more breaths how just putting your attention to a strong foundation from your feet to your abdominals really can make you feel very solid and very strong and even very powerful just where you are. Next couple breaths, continue that breath from your feet, your thighs, your abdominals, all the way up out of the crown of your head. If you raise your shoulders for this first one, that's great. Just remember to slide them back down a little bit. Do 1 more for me. Make sure your shoulders are lifted slightly up, just slight elevation. Try to work on some decompression of your spine. As you exhale, send your hands back behind you till you feel your triceps engage. It's probably only an inch or so. 2 breaths into this standing mountain pose or Tadasana pose if you're in yoga, and just feel how stable you are. Bend your knees, push your hips back into 1 squat. Look down for this first one. Make sure your knees are still lined over the second toe. You have a natural curve of your lower back. You stand up, you maintain the natural curve of your lower back, and then you squat back down. There's your move. So if you're playing your own music today, and I hope you are, you can hit that beat if it's not too fast. Remember, form and alignment is always your priority. While you continue to squat, I would like for some of you, if this resonates with you, to try to hug your feet inward as you continue to bend your knees and straighten. So you're hugging your feet in, your knees aren't knocking, you're scrubbing from the floor, from the ground up. You should feel a pretty dramatic recruitment of your inner thighs. You're continuing to breathe at your own pace. I like to inhale down, exhale up. Do a couple more like this. And the next time you're squatting, hold your squat for me. We're gonna rise up with that right arm backstroke. We do this all the time, and then your left arm backstroke. Yep. So see if for the first, 5 to 10, you can keep your hip bones pointing forward. So your hips are not swiveling. You're gonna have to reach up. It's a little bit tougher on that shoulder socket. If you're keeping your hips pointing forward, that just means it'll be tighter, your pec muscles, your chest muscles will not be able to connect with everything else to whip you around. So they're gonna get a little bit more stretch, so you might feel a little bit more stretch. And now, because I've been talking for so long, see if you can move those hips and just notice a difference with what happens. You'll probably be able to get really, really lateral on your backstroke. Couple more, do what feels good for you. If you can't extend your arm all the way up, just bend your elbows, no problem. And then start to add in both arms. So you drop into a squat at the bottom with your hands in front, arms come up. You're trying to keep your front ribs knitted in a little bit as your arms do that double backstroke. Now it's super common, right, because your chest does get kind of tight when you can't move your hips, that you want to expand and open up the heart. That's great, that's what you're doing. Except I don't want you arching your lower back. So you can get a grip, literally clench your glutes to help support your lower back. All right, we're gonna slow the arms down. So you're in a squat right now. I want you to lift your hands up over your head like you were. Rotate your pinky fingers back. I know it's gonna be really awkward. And then when they can't go any further, then open them up. So try that. So my pinkies are up and then I spin them inward, and then I open them. Just do two more for me. So now my pinkies are up. As I stand, I rotate them so they're pointing backwards. Last one like that. Just getting a little bit more movement and opening in that shoulder complex. All right, you're down. That was enough of those. So have your hands a little lower than your chest. Again, gripping the ground, so you're getting your inner thighs involved, neutral spine. Inhale your right arm open. Feel the squeeze of your shoulder blade to spine. And then exhale, gently close. Inhale, open, gently close. So if you've been doing this Your Asana class with me for the last few months, you're gonna notice this is a pretty common warm-up. So the reason why we formatted it like this is to really get your body warm and open, front to back, side to side, in to out. So now you're squeezing your rear delt, rear part of your shoulder, a little bit of rhomboids, to open up the chest. Again, your hips and your knees are not moving. I want you to hold this left arm out to the side. See if you can rotate your chest a little bit more, but don't let that left hip pull back, and then pulse your arm out. Your gaze is naturally out in front of you so that your neck isn't stressed out. 5, 4, 3, 2, nice job everybody. Float that left arm in, right arm opens up when it stops, when it sticks. See if you can rotate your chest a little bit more. So my left hand just went forward a little bit, and then start to pulse there. But if you look down at your knees are lined up side by side. Your left knee is not pushing forward. Yep, just check yourself out. 5, nice. 4, feeling a little bit of activation in the rear part of your shoulder. 2, and 1, nice. All right, so we're gonna get a more free flowy. You've seen this in my other classes. Bend the knees like you're scooping up something, and just let your arms go. Every time you stand up, you're still activating your quadriceps, glutes, abdominals, so there's no hip shifting happening. Couple more just like that. And on your last one, have a seat, Utkatasana, chair pose right here. You can make tight fists, hugging triceps to bones. I want you to lift your heels and lower. So here's your foot warm up today in Utkatasana or a chair pose. So lift your heels lower. Be really mindful that your heels are not sickling out to the side. So really push down with the big toe mound, the inner side of the ball of the foot. Again, neutral spine. If you can, straighten out your arms completely. Now notice I have cheerleader arms because my shoulders are feeling a little tight today, but if you're able to get them by your ears, great. Hugging your muscles to bone on those arms, yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold your heels up if you can. If you cannot, that's okay. But some of you can work on your balance. You're gonna see this move with the upper body with weights later. So imagine you're holding weights. Your arms are gonna come down by your sides and out a little bit at the bottom for triceps. And then they're gonna float through center, back up into that V position. Except we won't be doing this balancing later. But this is gonna be an upper body move that you're gonna see in probably 5 to 10 minutes. Good, abs nice and engaged. One point of focus. Yep, go slow or fast, it's up to you. Try to keep those heels nice and high if you're up there. Do one more, keep your hands up, lower the heels down. Take one breath, inhale. As you exhale, you dive your fingers forward about a foot in front of your toes. Bend your knees deeply, and let's start those leg extension knee bends. So you're straightening the legs, you're bending the knees, straightening the legs, and bending. Put some weight on your finger pads. You're trying to get your sits bones stacked over your heels at the top. So not back here, this is what most people do. So you should have a little bit of pressure on your fingers every time you straighten your legs. Just stacking the joints. As you straighten the legs, if you're able to straighten your legs all the way, contract your quadriceps for that millisecond. So I'm bending and I'm contracting the quadriceps to tell my hamstrings to open. Do 2 more for me, just like that. I'm already sweating. Woo. And then hold your straighter legs, bring your hands to your elbows, and if it feels okay to you, sway it out. Just get a read on what your lower back is doing this morning. Abdominals are engaged. Sway yourself right back to center. We're going down to the ground. Foundation your hands onto your mat, all 10 fingers nice and wide. Step your feet back one by one. Yes, we're holding one plank because we always do. This is like your real warm-up. So take the back of your head to the sky. Inhale the crown of your head forward and away. Exhale, front ribs pull in. Belly button draws in. Your next inhalation, try to get longer. Feel the top of your head reach away from your tailbone. Exhale, contract your quadriceps. If you're on your toes, if you need to modify, please come to your knees and continue to hold out the plank with us. Shoulders are still over the wrist crease. Breathing right here. You only have 10 more seconds. Easy does it today. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Navel pulling in, pushing the ground away with your pointer finger and thumbs for 3. Setting the knees down for 2. Just set the knees down right here. You're still about hip width apart. Very slowly, take your left hand and tap your right shoulder, and then right to left. See if you can minimize the shifting in your hips. Minimize the shifting in your hips. Again, this isn't crazy. We're just getting a read on how we can control our core. We're trying to stabilize the core as we move today, or in this moment, our hands or our limbs. 5, abdominals in, so I'm in neutral spine. Notice I'm not tucking my tail. 3, 2. All right, now if some of you want to rise up off the knees, you can for the next level. Same hands, squeeze your butt cheeks and your quads slowly. Hand to shoulder, minimize the movement. Very little movement in your middle. See if, if I contract my quadriceps and I lift my hand, for me personally, I actually let go of that quadricep. I put so much emphasis on my abdominals, which is great. But quads and hamstrings and glutes are part of your core. So see if there's a muscle on you that you tend to let go of in your midsection. 5 more, and then we're off of our hands, I promise. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Set your knees down. Nice job. Sit back in child's pose, a traditional child's pose. Hips to heels. Knees can be wide. Bring your wrists up off the ground with your finger pads on the ground. Inhale, 1 inhale. Belly, ribs expand. Exhale. Pressing yourself forward on your hands and your knees. So just a regular quadruped tabletop, shoulders over wrist crease, hips over knees. I want you to take your right hand forward, and your thumbs up like a handshake. And so to lift and lower, up an inch, down an inch. That right hand. Your spine is still neutral, so try to avoid tucking the tail, flattening the back, or rounding into cat. Release the belly down. 5, 4, nice job you guys. 3, 2, hold there. Yep, you know your left foot is coming. So it's the opposite foot to hand, hold, and then lift and lower. Just traditional bird dog. I want you to feel, keep going. I want you to feel this happening from the base of the seat, because you're so engaged in your middle that your belly is not falling down every time your leg lifts up. Be really steady. Melissa, that looks amazing. Good job. Nice, Effie. 5, 4, 3, 2, And then placing the hand and knee to the mat. Again, last move for a little warm up here on the ground. Oh, we have one more actually, I forgot. Take your other hand forward. I'm going left hand forward, thumb up to the sky, and start to lift and lower. Keeping your neck neutral, so you're just looking straight towards the floor, maybe at the line of your fingernails. You're breathing, your shoulders are drawing slightly away from your earlobes for 3. For 2, hold that arm where it is, extend your opposite leg back, do a little snap of your waist to ensure that your abdominals are engaged, and then lift and lower, and you should feel the lift of your leg from your bottom, from the base of your seat, right at that gluteal fold. Your leg is stick straight, so can you contract your quadricep a little bit more? Just a little bit, see what you got. Nice, everybody. 5, hang in there. 4, 3, 2, slowly put the hand and knee down, good job. 1 quick child's pose at your own pace, drop back, take a breath right there, let the belly expand on that inhale. And before we stand up today, I want you to do a little modified pigeon or 90-90 position. So we're gonna work on opening the hips. So if you're mirroring me, your right shin is forward and your heel is in line with that right knee, knees in front of the hip. So that's a 90-degree angle. Then take your back knee, your left leg, and it goes straight out to the side. Your back ankle is directly behind your knee. So it's not curled in. A lot of people like to curl it in. Keep it out. All right, right here. Hands up if you can. If you need your hands down, great. Inhale, lengthen out your spine. Exhale, hinge. You should feel a juicy little stretch on that right hip. And lift up. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Exhale and inhale. 1 more, and then you're gonna flip to the back of your mat. You're not gonna be facing me most likely. All right, so you're gonna hinge forward. Your knees are gonna come up, both of them, one by one, until you turn to the other side. Make sure they're 90-90. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hinge. Feel that nice little stretch on your other hip. Keep going, keep going. I just wanna turn sideways for you guys. Exhale, and inhale. Good, 2 more. Or actually just 1 more, excuse me. Hold this one up. Now try, if you can, to do the transition without the hand. See what you got. See what you got. Here, yes, your legs are 90-90. You do 1 hinge, you come up, you do that transition, knee goes down, hinge up, knee comes up, down, down. Yes. If you're using your hands, great. 1 more each side. Then we're off the floor. We're going to start this class. This is a really great exercise to do every single day, a little mobility drill. On your last one, just finish wherever you want to finish. You see me do this a lot. So feet wide, fingers out to the side, and we're just going to go a little quicker, in to out. Yep, that feels great on your hips, especially if you like to sit, or if you're just forced to sit all day long, or gosh, if you're super active, this feels great too. Good, 4 and 3. And 2, and 1. Alrighty, we're gonna be on our feet. So I want you to cross your ankles, hands come forward, step your feet back, down dog, exhale. Inhale, your heels nice and high, bend the knees, take a walk forward. Please reach for your weights as you roll all the way up to standing. Good job, guys. I just wanna make sure everyone's still muted. I think you are, absolutely. Nice. All right, so that was the warm-up today. I wanted to make sure everything was pretty loose and really ready for all these shoulders. So you have 2 light weights, something that you can keep your arms long, pretty long as you reach. All right, so we're gonna start with alternating our lunge. We do this all the time. Your left foot is going to step back, your left knee is directly under the hip, so I call it a 90-90 lunge. You're making 90-degree angles. You're gonna take your left hand to the sky. This should be a light weight. Then you do a side bend over, so the weight's not pulling you down. And then step forward. Right foot goes back, right arm lifts, tuck your tail, look down on the first one. Make sure the front knee stays over the foot as you do that little lean. And keep alternating this today. So keep alternating this as your little warm-up move. You can go fast, you can go slow, as long as you're able to maintain these angles. Knee stays over the foot as you do that side bend. The side bend happens from the waistline. So just notice if you're just falling over. I want you to lift, expand, get some opening in those ribs. Hopefully you're breathing in and out through your nose. Nice. Again, you can go faster than me, totally. If you've got music on, use it. Good, you guys. Just do one more on each side, whatever evens you out. You don't have to be staying with me at all. Just finish up, get even. And we're gonna start with our right leg working today, which means our left foot is moving. So both arms, first just do the arms, feet hip width apart, your hip width. Take them up, make that little V so your arms are stick straight, and then bring them down a little bit behind you, right? Lift and lower. One more and then we're adding the lunge. Nice. So you're gonna step back with your left foot, drop into the lunge. As you stand up, you're gonna hinge. I'm gonna go sideways. You're gonna hinge a little bit to feel the triceps. So you step back, cheerleader, hinge for the triceps. There is zero bend to the elbow, zero bend to the elbow. So notice my back knee is under my hip. Every time I step back, it's only my left foot moving. So I'm isolating the right leg right now. 2 more like that, and we're just gonna do a slight change for that lunge. We're gonna be hinged. One more, don't worry about it. All right, so you're gonna keep the hinge here. Now you're gonna step back with that angle of your spine, arms still go up, and then you're here. So there's no kind of rest, right? So you're in a squat to lunge. Hinge squat, hinged lunge. Hinge squat, hinge lunge. You might recognize this move on glider day. Yeah, so you're keeping your right knee bent. Beautiful, Jill, really nice. Nice focus, you guys. Yep, so try to step straight back. So Catherine, take your feet a little wider for me. A little, yeah, there we go. And step straight back on that track instead of curtsy lunging. Nice, that was great. Great. I know you're used to yoga where your feet are really close together. So we're gonna work on the alignment. Feet under knees, under hip bones. 2 more like that, everybody. 1 more, you're still working that right leg. Hold this one down into your lunge. You're gonna take your hands back behind you, and it's gonna be straight arm tricep presses. Lift, lift. So my spine is neutral. I'm not rounding. My heart is open. Can you inhale and widen your collarbones? I'm dragging my right heel back. I'm trying to pull those left toes forward right now. Right hamstring is starting to light up. 8, 7, 6, 5, good job. 4, 3, 2, take 1 inhale, just look straight up, yep. Exhale your hands to the mat. You can let those weights go gently. Foundation your hands. Step your back foot all the way back. So you're in a runner's lunge here. And then inhale that right leg to the sky, just like in yoga, 3-legged dog. Holding here, stay put, stay put. You're gonna tap the mat with your toes and lift. It's the right leg moving, right leg moving. Inhale down, exhale to squeeze. Pushing with your pointer finger thumbs, unshrug the shoulders. Spin the eyes of your elbows forward. Your left heel is down towards the mat if you can. You have 4 more, again, I'm going pretty slow. And 3, nice job, and 2, and 1. You're gonna see that later. Step that right foot forward. Actually, no, I lied. Just put your knees down. Put your knees down on the mat, tabletop. And you're gonna take your left elbow down with your hand directly under your face so that it's a little angle there. Now extend that right leg behind you, so we're still working the right leg. Go ahead and tuck your tail under. I'm just gonna angle a little bit so you can see me. Point your toes and lift, lift. Exhale, exhale. So I have a lot of weight on my right hand. My right hand is out to the side of my shoulder. Look back at your left hip, your supporting hip, and make sure your left hip is not pushing outside of the left knee. So that hip is directly over the knee behind you. The top of your foot, your moving foot, your right foot is parallel to the ground. You're doing great for 5, straight leg. 4, 3, you can flex the foot in 2. Go ahead and flex your back foot, do a hamstring curl right here, and extend. Curl and extend. Abdominals are pulling in and up. It's the essence of a cat stretch because your abs are so tight. Hamstring curl, extend. 5 like that, you're looking great. 4, and 3, and 2. Hold right there, hold, climb back up onto your hands. Take that weight on the ground in your left hand, and you're gonna take your left arm out to the side in a fly, and I want you to reach your right leg back, weight goes down, and you're gonna curl and fly at the same time. Curl and fly, curl and fly. So if I'm mirroring you, curl and fly. Again, left hip is trying to be over the knee. So I know the tendency is to push that hip out to the side. Try to pull it on in, take that right hand a little wider if you have to. 5 only. 4, looking at the ground as much as you can. 3, 2, hold your arm out to the side. Try to press your right heel to the sky, abs in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently put that weight down. Again, pressing into downward dog once again. Breathe. Your right leg is the mover again. So inhale your right leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Listen up. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Get it there any way you can. Yes. You're gonna come up into airplane, whoop, all the way back down into that lunge, and then press back, 3-legged dog. When you're here, you're gonna tap the ground 1 time, lift, step that foot forward, airplane, that's your move. Down, 3-legged dog, tap the ground 1 time, lift the right heel, exhale, step forward, abs strong. As you lift into a beautiful airplane, come down slowly, kick, tap, kick, step forward, keep going. I want to see what's happening at home. Yeah, you go at your pace. When you come up into that airplane, try to have straight legs, you guys. Straight leg it, Jill. Straight leg behind you. Yep, so your chest is still parallel to the ground on that airplane. Look at the ground when you stand up. Look at the ground. Oh, better. That was great. Nice, Catherine. 2 more. There's no rush. I want you to feel the muscles. Every position is an exercise, right? Every position. The lunge, the lift. All right, and your last 3-legged dog, hold it there. Hold it up for a moment. Take 1 breath. You're stepping forward 1 more time. Step forward with that right foot. And now you're gonna bring the back knee in a little bit. You're here. I want you to stand up, breathe, and then come down as low as you can without touching the ground. Maybe that means you bend your right knee an inch. You know, everyone's gonna be very different on this, but I want some of you to challenge yourself where you almost get your back shin, your left shin touching the ground. Your right knee, here's the catch, your right knee has to stay over the foot. So if their knee's falling in, see if you can mentally correct it. And if you have a knee that just doesn't want to be in alignment ever, message me after class. Breathe. 3 more on your own. Really fight for this. Fight for the balance and the strength. Putting it all together. Ah, that was a toughie for me. 1 more, 1 more. You can do this. Nice, everybody. Okay, an easy pyramid stretch. So your left foot is just heels popped. Slide that foot back. Pull that heel in. Hands are on the hip bones. Draw your right hip back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hands move to your right quadricep, which should be like a rock right now. Some of you can walk your hands down if you're more flexible to your shin, but your right quad is still engaged. Some of you can continue to fold all the way down. That's totally up to you. I'm not going to do that today, not for me. With your mind, can you pull your left hip, your back hip forward a little bit more so your hips are really square? Take a breath. Good job, you guys. Exhale your hands to the mat. Step that right foot back and bend your left knee. So you're really getting to open up that hammy 1 more time. Unshrug the shoulders. Nice, let's take the work back to our upper body. So you don't need your weights, you're just gonna do a set of push-ups right here. Let's go hands wide on the push-ups, so maybe only your thumbs are on the mat. Toes or knees. Here's the game, you're gonna pulse down 3 times. So you go 1, 2, 3, exhale up, that's it. You can be on your toes, for sure. And up, it's down. 2, 3, you've got 10 more like that. Down, back of the head is drawing up. Abs in tight. Pushing with the inside of your hand, the thumb and pointer finger specifically. Good job. You got this. Back of the head, try not to dangle your face. You have 5 more. Pulsing. Everything goes down in one piece. So it's just a plank with bent elbows. You have 3 more. Abdominals are engaged. 2 more strong ones, come on. Last one, you're awesome. Nice work, everybody. Sit back in child's pose, any hand position you want. I'm doing palms up. 2 breaths. Inhale into the belly, into the back. Slow that exhalation down. 1 more, then we're on our back side, abs on deck. Nice, go ahead and spin your feet around to the front of your mat. I'm gonna go sideways, but you can actually face any direction you want. Let's go feet together, knees open, hands on your on the sides of your thighs. Tuck your tail, round down, breathe right here. I have a light grip on my thighs. I'm gonna lift and lower. But you're lifting and lowering because you're already fully contracted. Abdominals are pulling down towards your low back. Notice your neck, your jawline. Hopefully your head isn't pulling forward like this. Move your ears slightly back. You might not even need your hands, right? Everybody, whether you're holding on or not, I'd like for you to be squeezing your feet towards one another. Squeeze the feet for 8, 7, nice. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. If you can, lift up that left leg, rotate your right shoulder to the left, and then keep little rotation twisting. So my right shoulder is going forward, that means my left shoulder is pulling backwards, yes? Good, only 5, 4, nice everybody, 3, you look great. 2, 1, slowly float the foot down, chest rotates to the right, your right foot comes up, and then these little tiny rotation pulses. So I really just think about my back shoulder pulling back, and that's gonna allow my front shoulder to move. But I pull the back one back, because that's the one I don't usually move on my own. That one gets lost or forgotten about for me. 5, 4, 3, we're rolling onto our backs for a quick set of bicycles. Right now, feet go down, roll all the way back. Knees are still in this funky diamond shape. Shoulders are lifted, and you're just gonna go shoulder to knee. You can point your toes, or you can flex your feet, whatever works for you. Keep breathing, your shoulder blades are lifted up off the ground. You have 30 more seconds, and then we move on off the floor. Nice. So your neck and your face should be totally relaxed. You have the weight of your head in your hands. You should be feeling quite a bit of heat in your middle, in your core, in your inner thighs, which are part of your core, at least I would say that. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, nice, 6, 5, good job, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Extend your legs below you, arms above you. Take 1 big breath, inhale up. Exhale, if you can sit straight up, great. Cross your ankles, hands in front of you, step your feet back to the back of your mat, down dog. Inhale, just your left leg to the sky, and put it down. Left leg to the sky, put it down. Unshrug the shoulders. We're just starting to move the concentration to our left leg. You have 3 more only, baby set. And 2. And 1, nice job. Inhale, both heels come up. Exhale, bend the knees. Take a baby walk to the front of your mat. Reach for your weights, roll up. All right, so I'm hugging the mat beneath my feet inward. Just start the arms. They go up in a V and then down behind you. So remember, they're up and then they go down a little bit behind you so you feel your triceps. Just a little, just a little. 2 more like that. 1 more, and then you start to hinge, right? So it's standing up tall and then bend the knees, hinge. And then now we're at our step back with the right foot. The right foot is moving. So your arms come up with the right foot lunge, and then hinge. Right foot lunge, hinge. Right foot stepping, I should say. It's your left leg is in a lunge position. Right foot stepping. Your other leg. Yes, again, fast or slow, as long as you are actually feeling the muscles contract. So every part of each movement is a separate workout. When I'm standing up, it's thigh, glute, and shoulders. When I'm back, it's both of my legs, shoulders, and triceps. So I'm trying to feel that. Keep your mind on your muscles. So I'm upright, and then I hinge on the tricep. We're taking out the upright in 1 more rep. So now you're gonna stay hinged forward, still the triceps. Hinge lunge, breathing. Notice if your shoulders are starting to creep up by your ears. If you need to take a break, roll it out, or just do your legs for 1 rep, and then come back to it. Nice, 4 more. Left leg should be feeling a little hot. 1 more good one. Hold the lunge back, but your hands are by your sides. This time, rotate your palms to the ground, fingers facing the ground, and now lift and lower. You're hugging that left heel backwards and trying to drag your right toes forward. So you're pinching your mat or your area. Pinch your area underneath you. That should be a lot of heat on your right booty cheek. Let's see it. Heel up in the back. Ooh, nice, you guys. Keeping your neck neutral. 5. Look down a little bit, everybody. No, not looking forward. 2 and 1. 1 inhale just to come upright for a second. Neutralize your spine. Exhale, gently place the weights down to your mat. Step your feet back and set your knees down, since we already did our leg lift right here. So you don't need your weight yet. Put your right elbow down under the shoulder, right hand underneath the face, left hand up to the side. Extend your left leg back. Point the toes, snap the waist up, and lift and lower. Lift and lower. So I'm mirroring you. If you're looking at me head on, I'm going to angle myself a little bit here. So it's your left leg. Contract your abdominals more than you think. You have to. Belly button pulling up. Your left leg is so straight, it's quivering just because it's so straight. 4 like that. 3, 2, you're flexing the foot right now. Curl your heel in and extend all the way out. So exhale, tuck your tail. Inhale, more abdominals. Just think about that. Good. Squeeze your heel in like you're trying to pop something between your butt cheek and your hamstring. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice work. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You have to be really mindful on this one. You can go through the motions for sure, but you're not going to get as much out of it. You're in this class anyways. I would just really focus on getting as much muscle recruitment as possible. Do 2 more, and they're going to hold that bent knee for a second as we reach for a weight. Hold that heel in and up. You're going to climb up onto your hands. Reach for your left hand weight, or your right hand weight, my bad. And your leg is going to be out straight out as your weight goes down, and you curl and lift. So it's a hamstring curl and a rear delt fly, a rear fly. Try to get your right hip directly on top of that right knee, so it's not poking out to the right. A lot of weight on that left hand. A lot of abdominals, oh my gosh. Keep going, you have 5 like this, and 4, and then you're holding. 3, 2, hold the lift, hold the squeeze, press your left heel to the sky and your abs are tighter for 5, 4, 3, 2, gently set the weight down, hands come underneath you, Exhale, down dog. So now we're going to that big stepping motion. Inhale your left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot forward any way you can get it there. Abs in tight. You're gonna lift up, do your airplane, looking at the ground. Come on down slowly, gently, knee stays over the foot. Kick up into three-legged dog. Now do that one toe tap. Tap the ground, lift, step your foot forward, airplane, hands come down, high runner's lunge. Inhale, heel to the sky. Exhale, tap, inhale, lift. Exhale, step your foot forward. Airplane, down, whew. Lift, tap, lift, step, reach. Keep going, I'm just gonna turn sideways. Down, kick, tap, kick, step. Keep going. Make sure you're fully solid on that runner's lunge before you stand up into airplane, right? There's no hurry. You guys look great. Two more. Imagine you were on video for a production. How would you make this look? One more. On your last one, just come down to a runner's lunge. Bring your back foot, your right foot in a little bit or a lot. You can float it, and you're coming all the way up on that left foot without touching the ground. So these are those single leg balancing squats. Focus, focus, focus. Your left knee is fighting to stay over the foot. Do your best on that. Make it happen. Go as low as you can. You might surprise yourself, you guys. See if you can get down to your shin in the back almost touches the ground, some of you. Ooh, I like it, I like it. Yes. Fight for it. I'm gonna give you 15 more seconds, so that's 2 or 4 more depending on your speed. Try to go for depth if you don't have an ankle or knee or injury I don't know about. Finishing up one more. Nice job. Easy step back with the right foot. So your left foot's still forward. Turn the right toes a little bit out to the side. Use your hands and manually move that left hip back. Inhale, get tall in the spine. Exhale, you're hinging with your left quadricep totally contracted or at least contracted as possible. Hands can be on that quadricep. Take another inhale. Hinging again, if you can get lower, hands walk to the shin. I'm not going any further than this, but if you want to walk on down, you can to the ground. With your mind, can you exhale your right hip more forward, just in case it slipped back? Breathe, breathe, breathe. One more right there. Good job, you guys. Bend that front knee, hands go down to the mat. Just step your feet back in a regular down dog, bending your right knee to open up that left hamstring one more time. Unshrug the shoulders, just enjoy. 2 breaths right here. Beautiful, just set both knees down. Option to go into some tricep push-ups. So instead of traditional, but if you want to do traditional, you can. I'll be cueing tricep. You don't need your weights, so just setting them to the side. I'll go to the side. So these are kind of scary, this particular variation, in terms of, it looks like you're gonna fall on your face. You're not, it just looks like it. So, on your knees, all you're gonna do, like the first variation, your hands are underneath your shoulders. Shift forward so your shoulders are well forward of your fingernails and bend your elbows. But when you bend your elbows, I'm not even far enough forward. When you bend your elbows, wrap them in a little bit, and you're trying to have your elbows over your wrists. Now, I know for a lot of us, this doesn't feel great on the wrist or the elbow, so you have to listen to your body, maybe just don't shift as much. So that's variation number 1. Variation number 2, you guys have seen this in my other classes, is bringing the knees up, neutral spine, keeping the shoulders forward, and then shifting back every time. So you shift forward, bend the elbows, and back. You pick your poison on that. Can you push down with the pointer finger thumbs? I know I say that 1,000 times, but it's gonna help, especially if you're the type of person that has that puts pressure on the wrist. If you have just owie wrists, you can take your yoga mat or a towel and roll it up so that your wrists are elevated, or slightly higher than the fingers. Do 2 more, whatever variation you're doing, have at it. 1 more like that. Alrighty, different hand position, tricep push-ups, we're gonna pulse. So this is your hand position, shake out your wrist. Thumb and pointer fingers, you're making a little triangle. Hands are underneath your chest, not your face. Elbows angle back at a diagonal line, not wrapped in. You're gonna come down about halfway, pulse up an inch, down an inch. There's your move. Inhale, exhale. Shoulders are away from your ears. I'll show you from the side, or an angle. You can do knees, you can be on your toes. If you're on your toes, you guys, you gotta have a perfect plank. 10, 9, 8, no hold, 7, this is it. 6, 5, abdominals strong. 4, 3, nice job. 2, press up, hands go apart, sit back, knees apart, child's pose. Let's go backs of the hands. So wide hands with your palms facing up. Palms facing up. Take a breath, just enjoy. Let your elbows melt to the mat. Bring your fingers to your shoulders, so you're literally touching your shoulders. Once you get those there, you want to walk your elbows a little bit forward and then melt into that tricep stretch. But you got to walk your elbows forward first to get that length, get that opening. 1 more breath. Perfect. Nice job, everybody. Let's do a quick little flow for 2 sides for both of our legs. It's gonna look a little bit like yoga, and then we're gonna hit the mat. All right, hands shoulder width apart. Exhale, back down dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward. I want you to spin, your left foot, if you're mirroring me. Left foot forward. Spin that back heel down so you're lined up, front heel to the middle of the arch in the back for warrior 2. Come up in warrior 2. Nice. Tuck your tail under, really good. I want you to inhale, straighten out that left leg, hands go to the sky. Exhale, press. 2 more, inhale, beautiful. Exhale, press. Inhale, remember you're still contracting the quadricep when you straighten that leg. Exhale, press. Next inhalation, reverse your warrior 2. Back, back, back. Front side opener. As you exhale, that left forearm goes to your thigh. Reach your right hand up to 12 o'clock. Tuck your glutes underneath you. Take 2 breaths right there. Keeping that front knee bent. Inhale back, reverse. Exhale your hands all the way to the mat. Cartwheel it down. Take your left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Open up the hip. So bend the knee, open the hip. When you get your knee as high as possible, then re-angle that left shoulder down. So both shoulders are parallel to the front edge of your mat. Tuck your right glute under slightly, just slightly. Listen carefully. Exhale, shift forward with your knee bent. That left knee is gonna tap the right elbow. Tap it, come on up. Open up your scorpion dog. Open it up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. 2 more like that at your own pace. 1 more, hold your knee to that right elbow. Left knee, right elbow, tap. 10, 9, 8, 7, this is it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, step that foot back, exhale, downward dog. 1 more breath. Free up the neck. Lengthen the spine, widen the sits bones. Next inhale, your right leg, this is your true right leg, goes to the sky. Exhale, step that right foot forward, make sure the knee is directly over the ankles. Spin that back heel down with the front foot bisects the back foot, so you're on a tightrope. Come on up, warrior 2. Do a quick tuck of your tail, nice. You're gonna straighten out your right leg, arms come up. Exhale, press on down. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, press, like you're pressing down through mud or something thick. One more, inhale. Exhale, bending that front knee, good job. Next inhalation, reverse that warrior, back, back, back. Open up the front side though. Exhale, forearm goes to thigh. Your left hand, your top hand goes to 12 o'clock. Tuck your glutes underneath you. Shoulders away from your ears. Next inhalation, reverse that warrior once again. Beautiful. And then exhaling, both hands to the mat. Bring that right foot up, your front foot comes up into three-legged dog. Bend the knee, scorpion. Your left heel is down. Get your right knee as high as possible, and then tuck your glutes underneath you and try to angle this right shoulder down. So right shoulder and left shoulder are parallel. One more breath. Inhale, get your knee a little higher, and then as you exhale, it comes across, tapping that left elbow. Inhale, open up. Exhale, forward and tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, you got one more, and then you're holding this last one. Ready? Hold this knee to elbow, tapping 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, yes, 5, 4, 3, 2. Step that foot back. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing. One breath. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, soften the knees. Walk or hop your feet forward just so that you can sit down. Good job, guys. Home stretch. You're doing awesome. Only 7 or 8 more minutes of this class. You can keep your feet forward. I'm going to angle a little bit. And I think because we have them, let's reach for our weights again as an option. Why not? So let's go feet hip width apart. If your hip flexors are a little owie or they're tensing and gripping, that's when you can open up your knees. It's totally up to you. I'm going to say knees up though for me. All right, so with your hands on holding whatever you're holding, just put them slightly on your thigh, gently on your thighs. Inhale, lift your heart. Check this out. I want a neutral spine. Neutral, not rounding, not high C curve. Neutral spine. See what you can do. That's why the hip flexors might grip a little bit. Waist pulling in. If you can, with the weights, arms are out. I want your left hand going up and your right arm going down. And then exhale, switch. Maintaining neutral spine. So I am leaning back. That's as much as I can go with my abdominal strength. You might be back a little further. Inhale, one arm moves. Exhale, second arm moves. Good job, guys. Neutral spine, neutral spine. Go 5. Slow and controlled. 4. Abdominals strong. 3. Nice work. 2. And 1. Keep the whatever hand is up, up. Meet it with the other hand. I want you to tuck your tail under now. Yes, tuck under. I'm going to slowly bend your elbows. Palms up now to the sky. These are kickstand curls. So your belly button's pulling down. You're rounding out your low back and into the curl. Little baby curls right here. Make sure that your shoulders aren't excessively rounded. So I'm leaning back. I'm trying to broaden my collarbones as best as I can. Belly button snapping down for 8 like that. 7. Good job. 6, 5, 4, 3. You're going to slowly roll all the way down to the mat. Slow, slow, slow at your own little pace. Extend your legs straight. Arms over your head with the weight. At least it's optional. Both arms, or I'm going to keep a hammer position, meaning my thumb sides going over my head first. Fingers facing one another. They're going to inhale over my head. As you exhale, bring your left knee into a little curl or a little crunch. Inhale, head goes down, and then right knee. Inhale, exhale. Now you can absolutely do this without the weight, and you can support your head and neck. You can also do this without lifting your shoulders. If you just want to keep your head down, you can totally do that. It's all good. So the leg that's remaining straight is actually working, right? You're pushing that heel gently into the ground. So you do feel your back butt, feel your glutes. Inhale, exhale. 5 like this, and we're going to go single arm, and we're going to support our head for 4, not yet. In 3, in 2, One more good one. All right, take one of those weights down. One of those weights down. I'm gonna have my weight in my left hand and my right knee is gonna be the mover. That's what I'm doing. My right hand is gonna support my head. So the weight goes over your head, and this time you're gonna curl over so my weight's not over here so I don't fall over. It's just outside or right on top of the knee. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You got it. 5 more only. And 4. And 3, we're gonna change the angle slightly, just slightly. 2. One more like that. Keep your head down while you change. Just take your feet wide. My legs just got wider. Everything else stays the same. I take my right hand back to my head. My left arm goes over my head, and now I'm going more of a diagonal. You might feel more stable on this with wider feet. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Again, going at your own little pace. If you don't want to lift the head, you don't have to lift the head if your neck is shot. I want the focus here to be on the abdominals, not your neck. You have 3 more, and then we're switching sides. Doing great, everybody. 2 more. 1 more. All right, take a moment for yourself. Bring your legs back narrow-ish, just hip-width apart. Weight goes to the second hand. For me, it's my right hand, my left hand supporting my head. My right arm's over my head, and I'm gonna curl up. And I'm absolutely using my opposite elbow so I don't fall over. So I'm keeping that elbow wide. I tap the tricep on the ground over there so I don't fall. I'm definitely pushing with my right heel. So everything is working together. Your back side and your front side, they never work totally alone. Nothing works alone. Even if you're doing a straight up bicep curl, your big toes working. Inhale, exhale. You have 3 more, then we just get wider with our legs. In 2. And 1. Keep your head down while you do the switch, just to give your neck a break. Feet are wide. Same hand has the weight. When you're ready, curl on up. Going more of a diagonal line. Inhale as you open. Exhale to do that little crunch. Good job. Yes. Curl, curl, curl. Inhale, exhale. Last 3 for the day on these. And 2. 1 more, everybody. Woo. Gently set the dumbbell down or the weight, whatever you got. Set it down. Legs are already wide. Take your arms up and open, pretty darn wide. X marks the spot. You guys are awesome. Take a breath right there. And then take your hands a little higher so they're actually over your head. And do some little alternating cherry pickers where you stretch one further than the other. Nice. And then let your hands float down by your sides. You're more of a passive, a resting position. You can bring your legs in anywhere you like. Let's just take 4 breaths. Seal your lips. Inhale, we're going to do this together. So on your next inhale, inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for that 4. To lengthen your exhale, if you struggle with that, try to close the back of your throat and do that ocean breath. 6, 5, 4, 3. It's like fogging up a mirror with your lips sealed. Inhale again for 4 through the nose. And then exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6, 5, 4. Just feel everything melt into the ground. Nice job, everybody. Bring some small movements to your fingers and toes. Very gently rolling onto your favorite side to press yourself up, but keep it slow. You can even keep your eyes closed or soft. And then find whatever comfortable shape that feels right for you. This is it. Bring your hands to heart center. Thumbs are resting gently on your sternum. Maybe bow your head in gratitude. And just thank yourself for showing up today and moving your body and strengthening your body and also strengthening your mind. And I thank you for joining me. I really